Even though I have voted for one party more than the other most of my life, I'm registered as an independent, as I don't want to automatically assume that one side is always right and the other side is always wrong. That isn't a very popular outlook to have, though, as most of my political conversations go like this. When I talk to my mom, usually she will say something like, "So the last time we had a Republican president, he wiped out a budget surplus, started an unnecessary war, and gave tax breaks to millionaires, and now they're attacking a Democrat because he didn't fix their mess in 4 years." And I'll say, "Well, I think that I can't believe these guys. They seem to think that we're still living in the 1950s, that dad will go to work and mommy will stay at home with the kids, and everything will be hunky-dory." And I'll say, "Yeah, well, can you believe that people are saying that Romney is fatherly and Ryan is handsome? These guys make me sick. They just make me sick. I swear if there was a nuclear war and Mitt Romney and I were the last two people on Earth, well, you'd just have to hand over the planet to the cockroaches because the human race would end right there." I also know this Republican guy who fixes electronics in his garage, and last week when I brought in my broken radio, he said, "Romney is as American as apple pie, but Obama is more like frickin' shish kebab or something else that isn't American." And I said, "Yeah, well, he was born in, I don't care what they say, he's a Muslim that's trying to instigate class warfare and weaken the military so America will fall. This guy is a fag-loving, bleeding-heart socialist, plain and simple. If the liberal Gestapo ever comes to my house and tells me I gotta buy insurance, you know what I'm gonna say?" "No, what are you gonna say?" "I'm gonna say this is my insurance policy." And I said, "That's good. I should go now." I also know this libertarian guy who lives in my apartment building. He summed up his views like this: "Giving a government money and power is like giving a teenager whiskey and car keys." And I said, "Huh. The way I look at it, if you don't like cigarettes, don't smoke 'em. If you don't like alcohol, don't drink it. If you don't like pornography, don't look at it. Is that simple enough for you?" And I said, "I guess so." "See, if there weren't no law against punching you in the face, that doesn't mean that I'm going to come up and punch you in the face." And I said, "I appreciate that." "See, I got a right to swing my arms, but that right ends at your face. Do you have a problem with the way I'm swinging my arms?" And I said, You see, you shouldn't have no problem because I'm not hitting you in the face." And I said, "Thank you." And he said, "Good. I'm glad we had this discussion."
How do? This is Lev. Thus concludes The Arena, my brief temporary frolic into political commentary. I'll be posting a new Regular Tales episode the Monday after the election. This miniseries was commissioned by Radio France and produced by Quark Productions, Paris.